TV begins now.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network. And we have a great race in store for you tonight. We bring to you the Schaeffer's Oil Big Block Modified Series presented by TeamVLR.com at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Our first heat race of the evening, brought to you in part by Milner Media Design, is getting ready to grid out there on the Speedway here. Cannot wait to see the earth-shaking, ground-pounding, mighty modifieds of the Northeast here. As we get locked and loaded, Rich Murtaugh out there with 50 stars. Ricky Luke has been hitting it up. Folks, hey, we appreciate those stars. Hey, become a supporter for $4.99, and hey, you have a chance to win $50 at the end of the month. Becoming that supporter live here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. You have to be a supporter in order to win that $50. As we get locked and loaded here for the 3D Racing starting lineup, and starting on the pole, driving car number 1 will be Hayden Cardwell, and this dancer on the outside, driving car number 41, that's Logan Rumsey. Inside row number 2 in the number 3rd spot, the number 93 machine of Zane Yost. His outside will be James Miller aboard car number 22. Eric Palmer in the 99 machine going to roll off position in number 5 with his dance apparently outside, driving the number 44. That's Anthony Perego. Inside row number 4 in the 7th starting spot, driving number 18. That is Mike Augustine. And outside him, the number 311. That's Justin Hull. Drew Boniface in the number 202, going to roll off in the 9th spot with Kevin Forcier in the number 967, going to roll off in 10th. Shotgun on the field, driving the number 5. That's Scooter Black in that number 5 machine. 11 cars we called for, all 11 cars out there on the Speedway. Big thank you to Schaeffer's Oil here for the official sponsor and the Milner Media Design Heat Races. A big thank you to Milner Media Design here. And hey, I'm joined by Justin Gledhill here tonight, taking in the first race here for the big blocks of his little season here with us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, I should say. Missed the first race because he was doing Daytona, but now he's here for the second race. Justin Gledhill, we're going green flag off of turn number 4.
Yeah, we are, as it looks like Hayden Cardwell is going to dive down in the third one as your early race leader, getting chased down by Zane Yost, and also the 41 car, that's Logan Rumsey. Looks like these cars are going to put on a heck of a show here at the Cedar Lake Speedway, and I'm just happy to be here, Todd. Can't believe it. Missed last week, and man, I've seen what they did, and I know it's going to be an excellent show tonight.
They definitely missed a whale of a race at the FLD number 1 machine of Hayden Cardwell, showing us his way around Cedar Lake here. The 93 is Zane Yost working to the bottom, getting around Logan Rumsey. Rumsey's drop kick back to the 3rd spot. Then 4th, we have Eric Palmer in the number 99 machine with Mike Augustine now looking to the outside. And that number 72 machine, we're pretty much staying single file here. Very, very short track here for the Cedar Lake Speedway.
Yeah, it's one of the shorter tracks, one of the newer tracks to the server too, but definitely a short track. Right now, it's all around the bottom, but this track will slowly start pushing up, especially with the mighty modifieds here. They slowly push this thing up, and they'll be rim riding before this night's over. And really racing all over the track here. It's a really good track to race at, and a lot of fun to watch races at too.
Yeah, I watched a lot of great races here at Cedar Lake, and whether it's Playtime or Street Stock, all put on a whale of a show here. But the modifieds, you're watching the left front picked up off that number 41 of Logan Rumsey down in the bottom there. Watching the 99 go to battle with the number 20 or 72, my dog. Looking to the inside. James Miller right now running in the 6th spot. Anthony Perego in 7th there. Not used to seeing Anthony Perego right there in that 7th spot. It looks like having a little bit of trouble here in the heat race, but maybe it's a slip and drop. You see Perego come to the front, and he's going to have to really run that thing really hard in one of those consolation events. Hayden Cardwell still continues to lead here at the Cedar Lake Speedway.
Yeah, and he's followed by Zane Yost and Logan Rumsey in the final transfer spot. But Logan's trying to get up there around Zane just to get a little bit better starting spot for the main event, because even finishing third, I mean, it'll lock you into the show, but you're going to be well on into the back. And the better you can finish, the better starting position you can get. It makes things a lot easier. We're coming around for the checkered flag this time. White flag was out. Hayden Cardwell going to come out of turn 4, and he's going to get heat race number 1. Zane Yost will finish second. Logan Rumsey will come home third. Eric Palmer, looks like Augustine's actually going to come home fourth. Palmer would fifth. James Miller come home sixth. Anthony Perego will finish seventh. Eighth place will be Justin Holt. Let's see here. Ninth place will go to Drew Boniface. Scooter Black will finish 10th, and rounding out your field will be Kevin Forsyre. Have to work on that one too. As we're going to get you 3D racing lineup here for heat race number 2. Right now, it looks like Evan Say will be your pole sitter in the number 23 car. Number 19 of Devin Moran will start the outside. Jason Stepney in the 57 car will be starting third, and to his outside is going to be Daniel Powell in that 32 car. Row number 3 is going to be made up of Hunter Heck in the 85. The 39 car, Brandon Graham, will start to his outside in the 6th position. Preston Overall in the 17 will be starting 7th. And the 8th starting position will be the number 16 car of Dustin. I'm going to leave that one to the scores there. In the 9th starting position will be the 51 car of Eric Stanford. And starting shotgun on the field will be Nicholas Johnston in the 20 car. 10 cars out there on it. It looks like they all made the call. Definitely some. What's that, Todd?
I was making sure they're all there. I was seeing somebody flash on my end.
Oh, I got you. There's definitely some new faces and new names here in this series for me, and gonna have to get used to a few of these. But that's all right. It's a good long season. We'll get used to all the names, I'm sure, and get them all straightened out.
As our behind the iRacing.com Chevy Silverado pace truck as he's going to get ready to pull off here in just a few moments, folks. Hey, remember this. Become a supporter, $4.99 a month will give you a chance at the $50 drawing at the end of the month for supporters only. We'll come out with $50, $5 to spend for $50. Hey, that's a $45 profit any way you look at it if you can win it. There is the become a supporter. Right now we have 5 supporters out there. The green flag is out. Evan Say, your race leader. Nice, slick-looking car. That number 33 and I like the look of that car. The 112 of Devin Morgan looks to be inside. He was last week's winner. Morgan looking to double it down here tonight at the Speedway, Cedar Lake Speedway with the 112 machine. Now trying to get around the 33 again. Can't make anything happen.
Yeah, he's right there on the bumper, though, trying everything he can. A little bit of contact back there for the 4th, 5th position. Oh, no, we got a car turn around on the front straightaway there.
Pizza machine, Nicholas Johnson.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it looks like Douglas Powell there, or Daniel Powell, excuse me, had got a little bit crossed up there, maybe a little bit of contact over there in 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and just everybody else used him as a ping pong ball as they went by him. He outstopped everything, that's for sure. Starting to wonder if his crew chief is going to tell him when he goes in the pits to go out there and hit the pace car.
Field restacking here with Evan Say, your race leader. Second is Devin Morgan. Jason Stenny running in the 3rd spot. Hunter Heck in 4th. Preston Overly in that number 17 machine in 5th. Dustin Marquette in the number 16 machine. In that 6th spot is Eric Stanford in the 51 machine running 7th. And it should be Braden Graham and then Nicholas Johnson and Daniel Powell with the lineup correction there under yellow flag here.
I believe the lights on top of the pace truck are out, and it looks like we'll be going green flag racing this time by, as you'll see the pace truck pick up speed and take off down the front straightaway, and the iRacing flag green flag is back out. Evan C is going to charge off into turn 1, still as your race leader as they complete lap number 3.
And Devin Morgan looked down to the inside a couple different times to get around the 33 of Evan Say. Say now trying to run away wide in that 33 machine. Is now Morgan down to the inside again. in that 112. He's down there catfishing and trying to make that bottom side work. As meanwhile, Hunter Heck and the number 57 machine going on in there. Jason Stebbins maybe looking to the inside of Hunter Heck. Heck right now holding on to the third and final transfer spot into the A main. Only top three making on here. The rest will go to the consolation events here this evening. And that's it, makes it even harder. Those consolations are stacked with the level of field that we have here tonight. As the three cars up front right now trying to pull away, but Hunter Heck under heavy fire in that number one machine.
Yeah, but if anybody's going to make a move, they're going to have to do it quick because the laps are winding down quick here as we're going to come around to complete lap number 7 of this 10-lap heat race. Right now, your top three looking pretty comfortable, but I'm sure them guys right behind them would love to get up there in the mix with them. Right now, Say's trying to walk away from the field, but Morgan isn't letting him go too far. Morgan's also got to watch the rearview mirror there because Heck is all over his bumper now as the white flag will be out this time by. White flag is, yeah, Heck did disappear. Uh-oh. As checkered flag's going to be displayed there. Evan Say will be your race winner for heat race number 2. Was kind of confused there, trying to figure out what happened to Hunter Heck. As you run down order there for heat race number 2 is going to be Evan Say winning it, with Devin Morgan finishing second. Jason Stephanie will come home third in the final transfer spot. And the 16 car, Dustin yeah, we're going to leave that one of the scores. He'll be yeah, he'll be the 4th place finisher. Preston Orr finished 5th. Eric Stanford, Brandon Graham, Nicholas Johnston, Hunter Heck will fall back to 9th position, and Daniel Powell will finish in the 10th position. That'll round out your racing order there for heat race number 2.
All right, heat race number 3 going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, the Devil's Bowl number 25 machine and Tyler Descharme to his outside, driving the number 69. That's Brett Carter. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot, the VLR number 80 machine. That's Jacob Everts. Outside of him will be the 331 of Dustin Hall. Inside row number 3 in the 5th starting spot, driving the number 61. The traction by Boost at number 61. That's the Harris Hustler, John Peacock. It is outside. Howard the Dream Weaver. Hopefully can weave some dreams here tonight. And the iRacing iFlag 07 machine just throwing duct tape on the machine again here tonight. Rolling off in 7th will be Jacob Lasser to his outside. Landon Koch in car number 45. James Boniface rolls off in the 9th spot with a 213 with Dylan Wilson. In the number 80 starting shotgun on the field in the 10th spot is the iRacing iFlag. Green flag comes out. Descharme leading it down into turn number 1 in the number 25 machine. Right there in tow, he's that number 69 of Brett Carter. Carter right now holding off the hard charging number 80 machine and the 331 of Dustin Hall. Hall had a horrible experience last week. Hopefully making an A here tonight in that 331 machine.
Boy, we got a battle brewing here for the 3rd position. It's going to allow Josh Peacock to move up into the 4th position, trying to get around. I believe that's Dustin Hall right now. Or it might be Lannister. Actually, it's Lannister. Yeah, Peacock will move into the 4th position, chasing down Dustin Hall, trying to make his way into the transfer spot. Looks like Lannister gets back around Peacock there for the 4th position. Your front two's kind of checked out from the rest of the field. But they're all definitely trying to get in that top 3 for sure.
Harvard right now holding on to the final transfer spot. Dustin Hall running in 4th, 1 spot out. Josh Peacock in the 5th spot. In 61, he had his coming crashing down last week in the consolation event. He kind of had it gifted to him there, and then he had it taken away. He received it, and then he had it taken away. So 61 now looking to try to make his first main of the year here out of the short season. It's 6-race season here, already 1 race down. So this is the 2nd race of the 6th race season. So Peacock looking to try to transfer in, but man, Descharme right now going away around that Devil's Bowl number 25 machine, and he is checked out on the field here. As Carter trying to hold off the Abbott's number 80 machine. As here comes the 331 of Dustin Hall, as they're coming up on 3 to go.
Definitely starting to put some pressure on Carter. Carter's going to have to get up on the wheel because if he lacks any, it's like Hall and Herbst will get right around him as they're both on his bumper. Everything they can to get around him. I'm sure Herbst didn't want to get past there for 3rd either, so he's got to be on the ball here. But going to come around, get the popsicle sticks next time by. Or actually, we just got him by that time by. Excuse me. The white flag has come out this time by for your race leader. And the Charm's going to take the white flag.
Yeah, the Charm with a huge advantage, 1.316. Matter of fact, he's already down the back straightaway. Big battle going on for the transfer spot. That's where we're going to stay. Carter right now in the second spot. Here comes Dustin Hall, and the 80 gets shifted out. Hall's going to make the 8 and the 69 of Brett Carter. So the 3 punching their ticket, Tyler the Charm, Brett Carter, Justin Hall, Jacob Helbert's going to finish 1 spot out. Josh Peacock, Dylan Wilson, Howard Weaver, Jacob Laster, James Boniface, and Cole. Rounding out your field there for tonight, those guys going to the consolation event. So 3 more guys taking their golden ticket into the A-Main. 9 cars so far answered for in the A-Main as we get ready for heat race number 4.
Lining up on the pole for heat race number 4 is going to be the 7 car. That's Benji Kilgan. To his outside is going to be Cole Cabrera in the 47. Row number 2 will be made up of Austin Hunter in the 8 car. And the 105 of Sheldon Orville will be starting 4th. 37 car of Randall Carter will be starting 5th, and to his outside is going to be Brandon Marlowe in the 35 car. The 75 of Travis Creech will start 7th, and to his outside is going to be the 21 car of David Kelb. The final row will be made up of the 11 car of Chance Carr, and to his outside will be the number 22 of Sean Kress. Is it Kress or Crease?
I think it's Chris. Chris, yeah.
Okay.
Price, maybe Price. I could be wrong.
We'll get it figured out before the season's over, I'm sure.
Yeah, the last race probably. I have no confidence.
If you're lucky, you'll have it figured out.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's one thing that I have enjoyed about these big blocks coming is that the paint schemes that you see on some of these cars are just phenomenal. Because the size, sail panels, and everything are so big, it's just, you're able to see some really cool things with these cars, and they look really phenomenal here, as it looks like we're going to get the iRacing I flag, green flag this time. Benji Killigan is going to charge off into turn 1 as your race leader. Boy, they're 3 wide there for the race lead. Looks like Benji's going to get passed there by Cabrera. Cabrera going to take the lead, but Killigan's going to slide underneath him and take it back to lead lap number 1. Boy, they're right. They are racing for sure up here for this lead as it's a 4-car battle now.
A good battle going on there with Cabrera 3 now taking the top spot away from Killian. Killian dropping back to that second spot into the clutches now of Randall Carter. Carter working the bottom side there in the Irish flag number 37 machine as Carter goes to work. Sheldon Overly in that 105 machine. Overly on the outside trying to make things happen. He didn't qualify his way in last week. See if he can qualify his way in again this week. The number 8 of Austin Hunter down to the inside too. And then he is trying to make his way as Overly to the outside again of Randall Carter trying to get that 3rd and final transfer spot. Good battle there as waiting. And then Killian right there too. And here comes the number 8 down to the inside again of Austin Hunter. Hunter working the bottom there. Catfishing down to the bottom. Almost a 2-for move there to the corner for Hunter. As Hunter trying everything he can. Is Overly right there too in the middle of the meeting between the sandwiches at 105.
This is a heck of a battle here for the transfer spot, or even for second place, as it looks like the 8 car is going to move up there into the second position now. But running the bottom, we got some guys running top shelf alcohol top ringing right now, so it's fun to see how they're running top and bottom and making them both work. As you see coming out of turn 2 there, that bottom's really working for the 8 car, just not as good over in 3 and 4, but he's going to get a run now. He's going to fall into second place there. We've got...
Down to the inside, he takes another car with him. Oh man, there was Chance Carr going with him, but out of a transfer spot goes the number 8 of Austin Hunter. So Hunter around in the knot, and that was all by himself.
Yeah, he just threw it in there super hard, being aggressive there, which you have to be. Yeah, there might have been slight contact there, but it was definitely slight. No ill intentions there, I don't feel. But you know, you're driving it for everything it's worth for every lap, because there's only 10 of them, and we're only going to take the top 3 to the main event. The rest of them will have to go through and go play the alphabet soup, which you don't want to do here. Not with this field of competition. And unfortunately for Hunter, it's going to cost him. He's going to fall all the way to the back here and have to try to work his way back up through the field. We'll see if he can do it. As Cabre is still your race leader, looks like Benji Killigan is going to be in second place now. As we should be getting the one to go this time by.
Like we're going to get the one to go. The Milner Media and Design Heat Races. Big thank you to Charlie Tubbs, Milner out there for sponsoring the heat races here all season long. Here for the Schaeffer's Oil Big Block Modifieds here presented by TeamVLR.com. And happy to have those sponsors aboard. Happy to have our sponsors aboard too. Some new sponsorships coming aboard. We have Rocket Racing Setups down there in the left-hand corner. You see them scrolling there. They're offering 10% off to 10% off. So all their setups, we have the promo if you become a supporter. And there's some more we will release tonight here, but a supporter, 10% off there for Rocket Racing Setups too. Become a supporter here on the Full Rocket Racing Network. Right now, your race leader is Gillian running in that second spot as the white flag comes down. David Kyle running in the third spot, the third and final transfer spot. They come through 3 and 4 for the final time. Heat race number 4 going to belong to Philip DeVries. Benji Gillian going to finish up second, then number 75. And it looks like, some contact up there, but looks like Randall Carter going to take home that final transfer spot. The rest going to go to the consolation events. So we're going to roll off here into heat race number 5. I believe it's my turn. I'll make sure we make that out there. Is my turn out here. It is starting on the pole, driving the number 127 machine. That will be Blake Majulis, and outside of him will be the number 2 machine. And that is, it's actually the 16 machine. That is Jay Place. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot, driving car number 44. That's John Rosario Jr. And his dancer right outside, driving car number 46. That will be Ryan Underwood, and then number 46. Shane Bennett in the number 15, going to roll off in position number 5. And outside of him will be Tyler Scott aboard car number 23. Rolling off in the next spot there, the 7th starting spot, that's the 175 of Jeremy Ray. And outside of him is Brooks Trammell in that number 22 machine. Jacob Leverstein in that number 29 machine, going to roll off in position number 9. And outside of him will be Richie Yost aboard car number 29. Yost and then number 29. So we called for 10, all 10 cars out here. Heat race number 5. 3 more will transfer on into the A-main here tonight.
And Todd, it looks like we have a developing story here out of heat race number 4, who we thought was the 3rd place finisher, seems to be receiving a penalty there. Looks like David Kyle was black flagged for the move there on the white flag lap, and he's going to be finishing last. Looks like he'll be going to a D main now, and Randall Carter is going to be your 3rd place finisher now.
Yeah, I did announce that Randall Carter did it because I seen the black flag, so I did change that. So Randall Carter did take the 3rd. Yeah, so David Kyle, something happened in there receiving a black flag, and I don't think he's real happy about it. Nobody's happy about receiving any type of black flag, so especially when you're in a qualifying spot. It's iRacing.com. Chevy Silverado going to pull off down to the infield. iRacing on flag. Green flag comes out of turn number 4. And Blake Majulis in that 127 machine. The T1RT 127 leads them down into turns 1 and 2.
You see Majulis take the early race lead there, but boy, there's a pack of hounds behind him. 3 wide behind him, all trying to chase him down, running for that 2nd position. And only 2 of them are going to be able to make it into the transfer spot. Who's it going to be right now? Looks like the 44 car is going to fall into the 2nd position. Or, yeah, that's 44 car. We got a Jay Places fell back to 4th. Well, this is a barn runner going on here in this heat race for the transfer spot.
Watching that transfer spot, just type it out to the chat box. Let me know it's actually 15% off of our Rocket setups there. So 15% off if you're a supporter here of the Full Velocity Racing Network. So a big thank you to them. iRacing iFlag also on board for the supporters, 18% off. For iRacing iFlag, if you are a supporter, you will receive 18% off anything from iRacing iFlag. As Blake Majulis right now leading here in that 127, John Rosario Jr. running in as the 2nd spot in that number 44 machine. Dave Place running in 3rd in car number 16. Richie Yost working the bottom, and Yost has been pretty quick in these big blocks. So we'll see if Yost has anything left in the tank here. We're already halfway home.
He's definitely chasing down your third place runner right now of Jay Place, but he's running out of laps quick as we're going to come around and complete lap number 7 this time by. Only a few more left. Will he be able to get around Jay Place? Going to be interesting to see here. Richie definitely searching top and bottom, trying to find anything he can, as the popsicle sticks will be out this time by for your race leader of Majulis. 2 to go.
Yeah, 2 laps to go for that number 127 of Blake Majulis, and he is starting to pull away from Missouri. Running in that second spot, Jay Place is caught down Rosario Jr. in that number 44 machine. We'll see if Place cannot do anything here. We need white flag down here for the final heat race of the evening, as Majulis now leading down the back straightaway for the final time, down in turn 3 and 4. Blake Majulis can set sail here. He's going to be the winner of heat race number 5 here for the Milner Medium Design heat races. Down Rosario Jr. going to just barely nip Jay Place at the line for second. Place going to finish up third. Richie Yost, Jacob Leverstein, Tyler Scott, Shane Bennett, Ryan Underwood, Jeremy Ray, and Brooks Tremmel. And that number 22 machine going to round out your 10-car field here. So we're going to move on here to consolation events here, Justin. And we're going to have 3 more making their way out of these consolation events. And, man, these are going to be stacked here. And I'm looking up and down this one here as we start here in the consolation and number 1. And Mike Augustine in that number 72 machine going to roll up on the pole. Remember how quick he was in the heat race. We'll see how he can continue on with this one here in the consolation event. Outside of him will be Sheldon Oberly in the car of 105. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot. Another Oberly. It's Preston Oberly this time. And car number 17 going to roll off third with Jacob Leverstein to his outside in that number 29. Dylan Wilson board car number 80 going to roll away position number 5 with his dancing partner outside. The number 44 of Anthony Perego. Inside row and number 4 in the 7th starting spot. That is Austin Hunter in car number 8. And outside of him will be Nicholas Johnson aboard car number 20. Shane Bennett in the number 15 going to roll off in the 9th spot with James Boniface outside of him in the number 213. Scooter Black was scheduled to go away 11th there in car number 5, not answering the call so far. And outside of him will be David Kolb aboard car number 21. All right, we're back here. Like I said, we were talking just a little bit about that. Schaeffer's Oil, again, presenting sponsor here of the Big Block Modified. So Schaeffer Oil's Big Block Modified Series, presented by TeamVLR.com here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. And glad to have everyone a part of here. And, man, if you have some stars, send them our way. Star donations go a long way. You can become a supporter. Right now we have out there, to become a supporter by the end of the month, we will give a drawing away for $50. And you just have to be a supporter at $5. $4.99 a month. You become a supporter, you have a chance to win $50, and there'll be a drawing every month for the next 6 months at least. I can guarantee that. 6 months. For the next 6 months, there'll be a drawing for something here at Full Velocity Racing Network. And then also, as a supporter, you get 15% off at RocketRacingSetups.com. And then as the green flag comes down here, folks, and then you also have 18% off the iRacing iFlag. If you head over to iRacingIFlag.com, you get 18% off when you become a supporter. That green flag's still out here, and just can't forget that Schaeffer's Oil for sponsoring us here. And make sure you visit our visit the sponsors that support iRacing and local racing, period. That's how you guys support everything. Is Overly now going to the middle portion of the track there. And then number 105 is trying to insert his command slide job on the 72 of Mike Augustine. Augustine crosses him back over, but Sheldon Overly leads that time by, but Augustine down to the inside, side by side, put Mike Augustine into the lead again.
Boy, Todd, I'll tell you, remember that Austin Hunter had such a good run in his heat race. Unfortunately, got tangled up there and turned around, but he's charged his way all the way up to the 4th position, trying to get into that final transfer spot, and they're 3 wide for the race lead in front of him. Well, I think he's liking what he's seeing right now, that's for sure. Yes, we have, once again, folks, I tell you what, all night, every time the car's been on a track, they have been putting on a whale of a show. And right now, we're seeing it again for this D main. Remember, top 3 are going to go to this feature, as it looks like Hunter's looking to the inside of the 72 car. That's going to be Mike Augustine. Hunter's going to pull into the third position, trying to chase down your 2nd place runner now. That's Sheldon Overly. Dylan Wilson still your race leader. Is Hunter going to be able to chase him down now? He has definitely made the move up there. Looks like Augustine's going to go ahead and park it and call it a night.
Yeah, it's going to be tough there. It's going to be tough. It's hard to see Mike Augustine park it there. He had a fast hot rod.
Yeah, he did.
Top three.
Top three are going to transfer into this. Right now, it looks like the top three have kind of settled down just a little bit, just trying to make sure they finish and make it into the show as we're coming around to complete lap number 10, this time by 5 to go at the line.
Yeah, Dylan Wilson right now just showing the quick way around the top cup of the Speedway. Seems like that's where it's at right now. Sheldon Overly running in the second spot, number 8 of Austin Hunter running in third. Anthony Prego one spot out. He qualified last week. And interesting fact about him, he does race modifieds up here in the Northeast. So it's good to see Anthony Prego out there. I get to see him at the local tracks. It's good to see him out here at the Versal track too.
Well, if he wants to get into this show, he's going to have to step up on it because laps are running down really quick here as we're going to complete lap number 12 this time by. So just 3 laps to go. Is Parego going to be able to get around Hunter? Or is Hunter going to be able to get around Overly? It's going to be interesting to see as the laps are winding down. Popsicle sticks in the air this time by.
Popsicle sticks up in the air like you said there. As we're getting ready to complete here, we're going to see the white flag come out of turns 3 and 4 as the number 80 of Dylan Wilson has led this whole entire event. Coming down here into turns 1 and 2 for the final time. That white flag out. It's Wilson, Overly, Hunter, and Prego one spot out. And then number 44, the superior number 44. As we're coming out of 3 and 4, checker flag going to fly for number 8 Dylan Wilson. The 105 with Sheldon Overly's in, and Austin Hunter in the number 8 machine going to also be in there via the transfer spot. So 3 qualify in. Prego, Overly, Preston Overly, Levenstein, Boniface, and the rest of those guys going to have to go home here and put them on the trailers. Unfortunately, that's unfortunate there early on in the going.
Yeah, for sure. Not the way they want to end of the night, but we're going to roll on into three racing lineup of the C main right here. On the pole is going to be the 16 car. That's Dustin. Leave it to the scores again. The 48 car, Richie Yost, to be on his outside. The high side hustler, Josh Peacock, in the 61 car will be starting out third. James Miller in the number 9 car will be rolling out fourth. Travis Creech in the 75 will be rolling off fifth. Sixth place will be the 39 car, Brendan Graham. The 41 of Ryan Underwood will be starting seventh. And to his outside is going to be the 31 car of Jacob Lannister. Drew Boniface in the 202 car will be rolling off ninth. And to his outside is going to be Chance Carr in that 11. Last row on the field is going to be Daniel Powell in the 32 car, and the 38 car of Brooks Tremmel will be rolling off 12th. Top 3 still going to transfer out of this one. Going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here. We got some heavy hitters in here, that's for sure. Guys that you thought would have made it through the heat races, but unfortunately not. So they're in the B main. Going to have to do everything they can because this is the last chance for these drivers.
And only 3 will punch that golden ticket into tonight's A main here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. There's a lot of good guys in every one of these consolation events, so it's going to be interesting. Guy racing half like green flag comes out, and consolation event number 2 underway.
So right now, Dustin in that 16 car is going to be race leader, but Richie Yost looking to his inside. The Harris Hustler trying to chase both of them down, looking to the inside of Yost trying to get him. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Looks like Dustin in that 16 car, but Richie is right there. The Harris Hustler's right on Richie's bumper too. Boy, this one's shaking out to be a good one as well.
Yeah, another fantastic race, like you said, Marquette there in that number 16 machine. Right now, your race is going to go down to the inside. Got Peacock in the third spot. Peacock has a fast hot rod here in the consolation event. He's looking down to the inside of the number 16 machine. He continues on the bottom here, watching. It's definitely beneficial to watch the first consolation event. The second and third, definitely beneficial there. Watching everything going on. As the 16 makes a huge mistake. The 61 almost making contact there. Josh Peacock, but able to keep it going down on the bottom there. The Harris Hustler side by side for position number 2. What's that done, though? That's allowed everybody else into the fray, too, so that's going to be interesting. Is James Miller right there, too, in car number 22.
Yeah, Miller and Underwood trying to get around now. Uh-oh, a little bit of contact with Underwood and, excuse me, that was Miller and Dustin. Looks like right now Miller is your third place runner. Is he going to be able to hold off the hard charging 16 and the 46 car right behind him? Boy, this is shaking out really good here, folks, for this final transfer spot. We'll keep it here with you. A little bit of contact made. They're going to keep it going, though. James Miller and Jesse and Brian Underwood, a little bit of contact. No harm, no real foul, but it allowed Dustin in that 16 car to kind of check out and fall into third place. He loved what he seen right there. Gonna have to keep it going, though, because Underwood is definitely back on the back bumper, trying to chase him back down and get back around him.
Definitely some good racing going on right now throughout the field here. We're just watching like Richie Yost run away and hide with the 61 and Josh Peak. Oh, the 202 machine around. That is Drew Boniface, and he had some contact over there. And that's what changes the bunch in the race here with 7 to go here in consolation event number 2. Everybody's going to be restacked, repacked, and a hungry pack of wolves up there. Those top 2, those leads have been extinguished. That makes it even more interesting.
Yeah, definitely not what they want to see for sure, but that's part of racing sometimes. Sometimes it's in your favor, sometimes it's not. So we'll get them restacked and repacked here as after we look at this replay here. Oh, looks like maybe the James Miller might have got into the 202 there. Kind of turned him around. Not exactly sure how that all played out. Yeah, Miller did make a little contact with the 202, turned him around. Another car got involved, and looks like we had a turtle there for a minute, but he quickly exited out of the car and didn't want us to get that full point, I guess.
So, Todd, are you going to continue on with the people who are supporting?
Yeah, so if you're, I've been coming out there. I posted them in the chat box as a supporter. So we have supporters out there. So far we went over 15% off Rocket Racing setups. They come aboard, and we appreciate Rocket Racing setups for coming aboard. Then we also have iRacing iFlag at 18%. Milner Media Design 10% off all wraps there if you're a supporter. Also JP Designs 10% off all wraps too. So 10% off for that. So that if you're a supporter, you definitely get a whole host of things out there. Besides winning the free drawings from Full Velocity Racing Network, being a supporter, you get those great things. And there's one more. We'll wait till they may announce that one, but one more, and then we're still working on them. So you'll always see us working on some more things for our supporters out there. Right now we have 5, so only 5 people have a chance of winning $50 at the end of the month. That's kind of weird. $5. I like those odds, man. I might as well become a supporter, see if I can win my own. But yeah, we're all going to become supporters.
Milner Media Design caution flag is going to come back out, though. Yeah, like I was saying in a previous broadcast, that I might look to become a supporter trying to win that drawing myself, but I don't know if I can't get in the drawing, you two can't get in the drawing either, because oh, okay.
Well, we're not eligible. We're definitely not eligible. We've already discussed that. We can't support ourselves, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely. Oh, but it's all going to point back to the credit card that goes to Jack Truan's bank account.
Yeah, I'm going to look for a fake ID right now. It's going to be Dustin Glazewell, I guess. Oh, so it looks like James Miller was unfortunately a victim in that caution there, and he's going to go ahead and park it and call it a night early as well. But while we were talking about the supporters, boy, one of our supporters got passed there for second place, and he's fallen back to third now, right there on the verge of not making it. So he's going to have to stay on his game here. We're talking about Josh Peacock. That's a man of JP Designs, as the iRacing iFlag green flag is going to come back out. Single file restart here. Going to complete lap number 12. Oh, a little bit of contact there with the 16 and Josh Peacock as well. Boy, this thing is shaking up and heating up here for the final transfer spot.
That's what you like about restarts. Sometimes it jumbles things up, but for the drivers, it's a headache, especially if somebody's going to wrestle it down into them there and put it there. So that's tough there. Josh Peacock still fighting back on the outside with 2 laps to go. So we'll see if he can get around Dustin here. And the number 16 machine is there. They're fighting for the race lead though. As Richie Yost and the number 46 of Ryan Underwood going at it with Peacock also. The 16 down the inside looks like, I'm not sure who's going to get that spot. Looks like they're going to score Josh Peacock. Nope, Dustin Marburkett going to take that spot away. See, that's what I don't like about some of that sometimes there, Justin. You throw it in there hard and you take somebody up and up the track. You just got to remember that in the back of your head sometimes, especially at the track. I know from real racing, I remember stuff like that, and that's something that doesn't set well with me. I make sure I take care of it the following week.
Yeah, that's for sure. As we'll get your 3D racing lineup, or B main number 3 lineup for you here. The number 80 car, that's Jacob Herbst, gonna roll off on the pole. The 99 of Eric Palmer will be starting on the outside. 35 car, Brandon Marlowe will be rolling off third. 4th position will be the 51 of Eric Stanford. 33 of Tyler Scott will be rolling off 5th, and starting 6th is going to be the 07. That's the Dream Weaver right there, Mr. Howard Weaver. You're going to have to do some work to get up there and make this a dream night. The 311 of Justin Holt will be starting 7th. To his outside is going to be the 22 car of Sean Chris. The number 85 of Hunter Heck, after a good run in the heat race, just disconnected, unfortunately. He's going to be starting 9th in this one. Jeremy Ray in the 175 will be rolling off 10th. Pulling off 11th. Looks like the scoring got a little messed up. That's going to be Landon Koch. Shotgun on the field is going to be the 967 of Kevin Forsyth. As we're going to go 15 green flag laps one more time. This is going to be the final B main of the night. Top 3 will transfer in. The rest will have to pack it up and go home a little bit early tonight. As the iRace Not Flag green flag is out, Jacob Herbst is going to charge off into turn 1 as your race leader. There's a whole gaggle of cars behind him trying to chase him down, though.
Yeah, a lot of cars behind him. Eric Palmer right now in the clutches there with Brandon Marlowe. Marlowe in the third track junction, number 37. Looking down the inside, we see Glenn Design also on the 37 machine. He's working over the bottom there, trying to hold on to the second spot. Eric Palmer running in third. Howard Weaver running in 4th there in the 07. He failed to qualify last week. Let's see if he can actually qualify here in the 07 machine, if he's got it set up there. The iRacing High flag number 07 and Howard Weaver now looking to the inside of Eric Palmer. Can't do anything that time by. We'll see if he can wrestle it here through the corner. He's definitely working the bottom better than Palmer. But Palmer just not getting up off that corner. Can't keep it down to the bottom as Howard Weaver now struggling. Oh, contact between Weaver and the number 311 machine, Holt. Justin Holt now moves back just a little bit as Weaver was on a verge of a transfer spot and the 311 got into him.
That's what happens when you're racing hard up there and you got 3 or 4 guys trying to fight for one position. You know, a little bit of contact gets made here and there, but I'm sure Howard Weaver is going to start to slowly chase back down that 99 car of Eric Palmer. We're going to have to do it quick. We're inside of 10 laps to go now.
There's 10 laps to go. As you're talking about that, go ahead and watch these guys go at it there. Set sail out there with Marlowe running second. Barry Palmer still under heavy fire, heavy pressure from the 07 of Howard Weaver. Is the yellow flag going to come back out here? I believe it's for Eric Stanford. They're in the number 19 machine. See what happened to Eric. The number 24 also involved in that one. So I believe there was some contact there. Just driving in a little hard. Same way with the 24 machine of Landon Koch too. So Stanford drove it in, got sideways, and Landon Koch had nowhere to go in that number 24 machine.
Yep, unfortunately for both those drivers. Luckily, they still have a little bit less than 10 laps to go, but looks like Stanford's going to go ahead and disconnect as well. So both those drivers going to call it a night early. Still your race leader is going to be Jacob Herbst. Second place is going to be Brandon Marlowe. Third place is going to be Eric Palmer. That final transfer spot. Howard Weaver is in fourth, trying everything he can to get around Palmer. What's he going to be able to do on this restart? It'll be interesting to see here. As Howard has got that pristine wrap on that car. That paint job is definitely award-winning there. Good-looking car.
Got jumping Jeremy Vaughn watching.
Well, my buddy jumping Jeremy Vaughn's out there in the chat box tonight, huh? Glad to see you joining us tonight, Jeremy. As we're going to get the iRacing I flag, green flag this time. Herb's going to charge out there in turn one as your race leader. Looks like Justin Holt's going to jump up there trying to take away the third position now. He's going to wrestle away fourth from Howard Weaver. Is he going to be able to get around the second and third place? For a little bit of contact made. They're going to be 4 wide on the front straightaway for the transfer spot.
Wow, fantastic racing going on there. Howard Weaver on the outside looking in. That number 1 machine also way up to the top shelf of the Speedway. That is Hunter Heck. Heck is now to the second spot as he made a move up there on the top shelf. Now the whole running in the third spot. Eric Palmer and Howard Weaver. Now their fourth and fifth spot there is Hunter Heck and the 311 go to battle there for the second spot. As we were trying to get around that number 99 of Eric Palmer. They're side by side for the fourth spot. Weaver's now 1 spot out of the qualifying effort there before the 07 machine. So we'll see if he can actually drive it back up through here. But man, it's no easy task there.
No, it's not. You know, we talked about restarts a little while ago and how they can really mix things up, and that proves it right there. Your third row just jumped from being a good bit out of it to now both of them are in it here. And looks like they're setting sail. A little bit of contact made over there with Weaver and a few other drivers, but they're going to keep it gathered up and going. We're going to be inside 5 laps to go now. Boy, Justin Holt and Hunter Heck are really loving what they're seeing in the rearview mirror right now. But Palmer's slowly chasing them back down, trying to get back up there in his transfer spot. Is he going to be able to do it? Popsicle sticks in the air, 2 to go.
As the 311 down to the inside of Justin Holt. Then you have the one of Hunter Heck right there. Eric Palmer trying to do everything he can. He's slinging it as hard as he can, too. In that number 99 machine, looks like Hunter Heck slipping way up the track, the 99 and Palmer, but it's going to be Jacob Herbert going to take down the win here in the B-main with Justin Holt for 2. And Hunter Heck for the third spot there. So 3 more drivers punch the golden ticket, the final golden ticket for the A-main. The rest will go home, including Howard Weaver. Once again, 2 times not qualifying. Did not qualify there for Howard Weaver. So, man, Howard going to have to go back to the drawing board in the big block modifieds. Not used to seeing him not qualify at all. As we get ready, locked and loaded here. Warm-up session going out there. We're going to send things down trackside for Dirty Grass Solo, Kevin Dedman, in the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? brave.
And good evening and welcome back now, as it's a good evening now, as past 9 o'clock here in the Northeast at least, as we get ready, locked and loaded here for the Big Block Modified Series here, the Schaeffer's Oil Big Block Modified Series, presented by TeamBLR.com at the Cedar Lake Speedway, and we're getting locked and loaded for the A main here tonight. 60 laps will be the distance, and your 3D racing starting lineup going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving car number 1. That will be Hayden Cardwell and his dancing partner to the outside, driving car number 33. That's Evan Say.
The 25 car of Tyler Deschamps will be rolling off there into his outside. It's going to be the 71 car of Cole Cabre.
Inside row number 3 in the 5th starting spot, driving car number 127 from D1RT. That's Blake Majulis, and outside of him, driving car number 93. That's Zane Yost.
The 112 car of Devin Morgan will be rolling off 7th, and his dancing partner on the outside is going to be the 69 car. That's Brent Carter.
Inside row number 5 in the 9th starting spot, driving car number 75. That'll be Benji Killian, and outside of him, the driver of the number 44. That's John Rosario Jr.
The 41 car of Logan Rumsey will be starting 11th, and starting 12th will be the 57 car. That's Jason Stephanie.
13th starting spot in the 331 of Dustin Hall, and outside him, the 37 of Randall Carter.
Jay Place will be starting 15th in the number 2 car, and Dylan Wilson will be starting to his outside in the number 50 car.
Richie Yost rolls off in the 17th starting spot in car number 29 to his outside, and Jacob Hubbard's in the number 80.
Sheldon Orville will be starting in the 19th spot in the 105 car, and Ryan Underwood in the 41 will be starting 20th.
We have Justin Holt rolling off in the 24th spot with the number 8 of Austin Hunter rolling off 22nd.
Number 16 of Dustin will be starting 23rd, and the shotgun on the field is going to be the 85 car of Hunter Heck, as we're going to go I-Racing, I-Flag, Green Flag Racing.
And number 1 of Hayden Cardwell leading down here into 1 and 2 down the back straightaway already. Tyler Deschamps down to the inside immediately there in the double bowls, number 25. They go side by side with Evan Say down in the front straightaway. Lap number 1 in the book. Hayden Cardwell leads it.
Checked out a little bit there from the second and third place runner, as their second and third place. It's Deschamps and Say are going to be side by side trying to get the second place. Who's going to get it at the line? Looks like Say will be your second place runner. But boy, this whole field's 2 and 3 wide, even 4 wide back there towards the back right now. Putting on a well of a show, that's for sure.
Definitely a fantastic show, and what I wanted to let everybody know here is super early here, so it's lap number 3, lap number 4 of 60. The last thing that we're going to sell for the supporter here tonight is 25% off. McConey Setup Shop, 25% off. McConey Setup Shop for supporters only, so lots of big items, 25% off there, 15% off Rocket Racing Setup. We have 18% off iRacing, iFly, 10% off JP Design, 10% off Milner Media Design. So that is it for right now for supporters. And then you got that awesome random drawing. If you come $4.99, $50 at the end of the month, we are drawing for supporters for the next 6 months. We guarantee something will be drawing here on the Full Velocity Racing Network for our supporters. As we continue to race here on lap number 6 of 60 here, because that on the way home. Here is the number 1 of Hayden Cardwell leading Evan Say, still running in second. Tyler Deschamps now dropping back to the 4th spot, the 127 of Blake Majulis down to the inside. So Majulis now moves into the 3rd spot, and Cole Cabre right now running in the 5th spot, now looking to the outside, Tyler Deschamps.
Yeah, it's really heating up there for the 3rd spot. Got 4 cars really throw them all under a blanket trying to wrestle away that the 2nd position. Because right now your top 2 slowly checking away from the rest of the field, but they're 3 wide for 3rd place. Making it look easy out there, but I'll tell you what, folks, it's not. These cars are a handful to handle, and on this track, it's definitely makes it even tougher. It's so short, high banked, fast, as you can see it.
Really fast there, and watching these guys go out as Hayden Cardwell right up against the wall there in that number 1 machine. Evan Say still going as hard as he can up top there in the 33 machine, the 127 running in 3rd. Those guys trying to pull away. Tyler Deschamps running in 4th, goes 5th. Looking at Zane Yost, also trying to work his way down to the bottom there. Car number 93, 112 machine, Devin Morgan running in 7th. Logan Rumsey, and number 41, he's fighting there with Devin Morgan. That's a good battle for the 7th and 8th spot. Benny Killian right now running in 9th, and don't look now, but Dylan Wilson is making his way through the field too. Wilson up to the 10th spot.
Yeah, some of these guys who are kind of mirrored in the back for the start. Had to go through the mains. They're starting to slowly make their way up to the field. Going to be interesting to see how far they can make it. But right now, your race leader, Caden Cardwell, is slowly checking away from second place, Evan Say, but going to get up there over the fluff just a little bit. It looks like Say's going to chase him down a little bit over 3 and 4, but going to wrestle him back away over there in 1 and 2 as those two cars right now pretty much set off rails and slowly driving away from the rest of the field.
Yeah, they definitely are right now here on line 14 of the 50. You're going to see the setup coming a little bit later for some of these other guys. As Devin Morgan now finally into the 6th spot. He's fighting for the 5th spot there with Joel Cabri. Cabri right now holding on to the top 5, but that 112 a little bit faster. Devin Morgan looking for a way around.
One thing that we can look anywhere in this field and there's racing all over the place, but the only two guys that are not really racing one another is the two leaders. I think they're just trying to drive away, but you got third place runner Blake Majula is trying to, he's actually slowly reeling them two in, so it's going to be interesting to see if he's going to be able to chase him down and get up there and mix it up with him. And you know, when he gets up there, is he going to ride like they are, just trying to save stuff, or is he going to go ahead and try to take the lead away as soon as he gets there? Have to wait and see.
There's that 112 of Devin Morgan now to the 5th spot. Remember, he was last week's feature winner in that 112 machine. He's looking to double it down here tonight in the 5th spot. He's right there with Tyler Ducharme for the 4th spot. So those guys, let's see, those battle it out probably sooner or later. Here's that 127 still trying to crack down Hayden Cardwell and Evan Say. Say right now looking down to the inside of Cardwell. Going to pull off the path there through 1 and 2, or through 3 and 4, excuse me. Now down through 1 and 2. And at number 3, oh, some contact up front. Lots of contact there as they all bobbled up. And that allowed Blake Jules right there into the frame.
Yeah, it looked like, Cardwell got up in the little outside wall there on the front straightaway, or the back straightaway. And Say didn't really have any place to go. Actually kind of helped him out, gave him a boost, and he was able to keep it straight. Kind of check that gal from him. But definitely not what either one of those drivers want to see, is you slowly starting to see Majulis reel his way into these top two. We already completed 21 laps here, coming around complete lap number 22. Laps are clicking off quick. It's going to be interesting, Todd. Do you think these leaders are going to catch up to lap traffic? And when they do, how do you think the race is going to shake up then?
That's going to make it interesting there. Who's going to get through lap traffic better here? We're not even halfway home yet, folks. And these guys put on a toward pace there. Cardwell Say and then Blake Phillips right there is Tyler Ducharme still running close. But he's quite a ways back already. So Bree has finally got around Devin Morgan again as Morgan's starting to slip back. But yeah, lap traffic is going to play a key role here. It's who gets through lap traffic better, who's going to roll over for the leaders. If they're battling it out, I suggest that they don't roll over. If I was battling it out there, it doesn't matter if it's 23rd, 22nd, is yellow flag going to come out there? Not sure what happened there. I heard Jack go, ooh, but I know the one car of Hayden Cardwell almost hit that wall there pretty hard now.
Well, big parking lot over there at 1 and 2.
Logan Rumsey.
Oh, that's Cabray on his roof over there. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that was a big hit. It's like one of the Yosts are in it. Cabray on his roof, though. Yeah, the 41 coming there hot and heavy and got into Cabray and just turned them both around, kind of stacked the whole field. Unfortunately for Cabray, he's a leaner. We got 2 points out of that one, folks.
We got 2 points here for the first time of the evening, but man, that's tough for him in that number 71 machine. Real tough. I mean, he had a fast piece and just he had no control over that. He didn't even know that was coming.
Yeah.
One of those haymakers, you know, blindside haymaker. You know, tap you on the shoulder and punch you in the face. That's what it was.
It's hard to believe that he went there and did it intentionally, but we're going to go back I flag iRacing. Oh boy, I got that one all mixed up. The green flag is back out, folks, as Cardwell still your race leader over there, starting 1 and 2. top 3 trying to check out one more time. Going to be interesting to see how they do it here as the rest of the field is caught up to them.
Seeing how everything's running right now is it looks like Blake Majula is now into the second spot. He was able to wrestle around there, and it's Down running in fourth. The same Yost and Devin Morgan right there. They're all battling it out. And here comes the number 80, Dylan Wilson, into it too. He's definitely put on a show here at Clinic through the field so far. And then number 80 machine started scratching the E-Racer in his calculation event, and then Dublin made it back up through here. And then number 80 machine now looking down the inside of the 112 Devin Morgan. That would be a battle for the 6th spot. So, man, some good racing going on throughout the whole field.
Yeah, Todd, like I told you, I was anxious to see what Blake Majulis is going to do. Is he's going to throw the slider over there for the race lead? Not quite going to pull it off yet, but he's going to throw it back in 3 and 4. Oh! We're going to have a new race leader here. Blake Majulis, race leader.
And Cardwell goes up the track there, and then number 1 machine. Oh, Yost hits him into the wall too. Zane Yost just ran him playing out of real estate again. With the one of Hayden Cardwell all the way back to the 7th spot. He's still trying to reel it back in there.
Yeah, definitely a tough break for him, that's for sure. But he's had a fast ride this whole time. Going to be interesting to see if he can chase back down the race leader and get back around him. As we're just past halfway this time by. Blake Julius leading it now. Evan Say is right on his bumper in 2nd position, but 3rd position, Desharm is right there fighting, trying to get up around both of them as well. As we're going to have side by side for the race lead here coming out of 4. Looks like Julius will win that battle.
Right now, leading this event, I was watching towards the back of the pack as long as Logan Rumsey took an evasive maneuver through the infield there. As Sheldon Overly and a couple other cars, Frank Carter, got together over there. They were able to keep in the right direction. A tough race for Overly. He was already up to the 19th spot. Now he's dropping back there again in that 105 machine. So we'll see if Sheldon Overly can come back up here. I know there's a lot of fans out there wanting to update on him, but make sure let them know that Sheldon Overly still doing all right. He's got a little bit of damage, but not too much. It looks like he's still solidly right around the 19th spot.
Yep, just trying to work his way up through this mess of cars in front of him. Long ways to go. We still got over 20 laps to go, so this one isn't quite over yet, folks. Even though they're clicking off laps quicker than we can talk about it almost. Well, right now, Say and Majulis have really checked out from the field, but the battle for 3rd is getting hot and heavy here, and we got 5 cars over there trying to fall into that 3rd position. As Peyton Cardwell's back there in the mix of them too, just trying to get back up there where he was. It's just hard to pass when the cars are 2 or 3 wide in front of you. You really got nowhere to go.
Yeah, and they're not slouches either. There's not any slow cars in this event here tonight, so it makes it even harder. One thing to catch somebody, another thing to pass them. And we know Cardwell last time by. Cardwell had a 14.853, so that's the fastest police. So we'll see what's going to happen there. It's just how you navigate through the field.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, there's no slouches in this room. If you're running up in the top 10, you know you've got a quick piece, and it's just not easy to make passes here, so they just have to bide his time and wait for maybe a little bobble from one of these drivers in front of them. Caldwell and Dylan Wilson are really fighting hard now for that 6th position. They've been side by side for about 3 or 4 laps now. It's been an interesting race to see.
Yeah, that's been a good race here throughout the field. There's a couple spots. Oh, some contact there. Wilson made some contact to the wall. Thought that was going to be. The 93. Oh, right up on the cushion there. Zane Yost. Woo! Man, he kept it going though, but there's enough to bring out a yellow flag though. Man, Zane Yost. What did I say? It looked like one of those skateboards on a rail.
Yeah, he was definitely doing a 50-50 grind there over in turn 1 and 2 wall there.
That's the terminology I was looking for. I'm not a skater, so you must have had something for me with it.
Maybe once or twice I might have stepped on a skateboard. That was a couple 100 pounds ago.
I would have died.
Well, like I said, it was a couple 100 pounds ago.
I haven't seen any star donations as of late here. If you haven't come over and liked and followed the Full Velocity Race Network, our quest to get to 10,000 followers is out there still, and it's still live. We have 9,783 of the 10,000 followers, so we need 217 more followers out here. So, folks, if you're over the VLR, have a follow Full Velocity Race Network. Make sure you come on over here and do so. Give us a like, give us a follow. Let everybody else know. Hey, give us a share out there, and thank our great sponsors here for making things happen here this evening.
Yeah, definitely over here. Pretty much right now the schedule is pretty locked up for us. Just about every night you can catch us here live on Facebook. We got Sunday nights, I believe, or not Sunday nights. Well, we know Monday nights will be coming back here soon. Got Wednesday and Thursday right now, so
Sunday nights is coming up.
yeah, that's right. Sunday nights will be coming up here soon. Monday nights will be rolling back with the Dirt Slinging Outlaws again. And we got the Wednesday night street fights as always, and now the Schaeffer's Oil Big Block Series here as the I-Race Night Flag Green Flag's back out. Majulis is going to be your race leader once again. Charged him into turn one, but now he's got some competition there. Oh, wow, parking lot on aisle 3 back there. Wow, but we got turtles over there and everything.
Good mop.
Oh, it looks like Hunter Heck is going to end up on his roof.
Yeah, he did some roof surfing over there.
Wow. Yeah, a little bit of internet racing there, or internet contact, I guess you could say, as Evan Say got caught up in that. Boy, it just pretty much everybody from about third on back, it looks like, had a little bit of involvement over there. Boy, and Hunter Heck, he went for a ride.
He's coming out in the chat box. His chat box is clowns.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's scared of clowns or what. I just don't know.
Hope you've seen whatever. Definitely, not a ride. It's fun, that's for sure. You end up on the roof, and I mean, he was crowd surfing on some cars, that's for sure. Unfortunately for him, he definitely had a good ride. He was making his way up through the field, doing all he could, but we'll be back racing this time by. Majulis still your leader. It looks like Tyler Deschamps in second place, looking to the inside of Majulis. Will he be able to do anything with him coming out of turn 2? Not quite enough on the bottom yet. He's going to look back to the inside. 3 and 4, they're going to be side by side for the race lead. As look who's gotten back into third place and trying to get back up there to the race lead. That's Hayden Cardwell. After all of that, he's still up there, folks. Three single file right now as we're almost inside, 10 to go. So laps are winding down. You're going to have to start making your moves if you want it now. Lap number 49. Right now, your race leader is Majulis. Second place is the Charm. Cardwell is third. These three drivers, boy, they're fighting for it, and it's starting to heat up. 10 to go now, folks. Like I said, these drivers, they see the lap count. They know how many it is to go, and they know it's time to get on. And, you got to put up or shut up at this point. There's not a whole lot left.
Yeah, definitely not a whole lot of laps left, and they're going to have to really show what they have in store for each other out there. They've tried each other out. They've tried different lines. They got to pick the best line and go. You got to go where the other guys are not. And right now, Blake Gazil's up to the top side, just kind of rolling it. They're in that 127. Tyler Ducharme running in that second spot. Third is Hayden Cardwell. You wonder if Cardwell has some damage to that number 1 machine now. Yeah, because what you could just be set up, maybe set up went away a little bit, track changed, and he just doesn't quite have it now. But if it's not that, it's definitely got to be some damage because the car is not as quick as it once was, which he may have had a little
A little bit of contact there, and then I think we've finally seen a few laps to go. As we're going to be coming around to be 5 laps to go this time by. Majulis is really checked out from the rest of the field, though. As long as he doesn't make any mistakes, I think he might be all right. But they're going to be side by side now for second place as we got 5 laps to go. Deschamps and Cardwell racing hard for the second spot.
John Rosario Jr. also right there into the fray too, in the number 44 machine, and 331 and Dustin Hall. Guys that we haven't talked a lot about, they kind of snuck their way into the picture. As Blake McGill's right now, your race leader, checking out here as Deschamps works in the bottom, and the number 1 of Hayden Cardwell up to the top of the Speedway. Cardwell side by side for the second spot. We're going to be 3 to go here this time around. 3 more laps around here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. And the yellow flag going to come out here for the Schaeffer's Oil Big Block Modified Series presented by TeamVLR.com. Another yellow flag out on the field. See, it looks like Zane Yost in that number 93 machine. Yost, I don't know, going into the corner there, and I think he just got kind of caught up in front of him there. The 69 kind of checked up there, and 93 of Yost had nowhere to go.
Yeah, I'll tell you, one driver definitely didn't want to see that. That's Blake Majulis, as now it's going to put Hayden Cardwell right on his bumper, and we're only going to have less than a handful of laps to go here, so you know Cardwell's going to go for it. We've seen him race a bunch, and he's definitely not one to hold anything back. So it's going to be interesting to see how these last few laps are going to shake out here.
That's going to be interesting. It has changed. Oh, it looks like it's going to be double file restarts. It looked like it was changed too. So double file restarts. Is that correct?
Yeah, it appears we will be double file restarts for this thing. So now, you know, I thought it'd be single file, but with double file, I mean, anything can happen here at this point. It's just going to depend on how good of a restart you can get as the lights on top of the pace truck are out. We'll be racing this time by, folks.
Yeah, this is going to be what we call a barn burner. Everybody uses that word all the time. This is going to be interesting to see who's going to come out on top of this one. Double file restart, the way to the land, the iRacing.com, Chevy Silverado down and out, and green flag comes out, and Blake Majulis on the bar pedal here, the quickest. Here's the 127 leading the charge down to turn number 1. Here comes Tyler Deschamps down to the inside. Deschamps side by side, and Blake Majulis, and he's still on the throttle here, coming out of turns 3 and 4. Oh, Blake makes a little bit of contact, leaving the door wide open, cuts to the system in the area. Blue especially the white flag now. One more trip around the speedway. Can Blake hold on?
We're going to come around and we're going to find out who it's going to be. Tyler Deschamps looking to the inside. They're going to be side by side coming to the line. Who's going to get it? It looks like Blake Majulis will be your race winner, folks. Boy, they were beating and banging coming off of 4 there. One heck of a finish. Wow, what an ending to this one. As Tyler Deschamps will come home second. Hayden Cardwell will be your third place runner. Jason Rodrigo Jr. will be 4th. Devin Morgan will be 5th. Dustin Hall will be 6th. Ryan Underwood will be 7th. Jacob Herbst will come home 8th. 9th will be Sheldon Orvally. Benji Killigan will come home 10th. Randall Carter is 11th. Brett Carter will be 12th. Jay Place will be 13th. Richie Yost, Logan Rumsey, Evan Say will come home 16th after all that contact earlier. Austin Hunter 17th. Dustin in the 16 car will be 18th. Zane Yost, Justin Holt, Dylan Wilson, Hunter Heck, Cole Cabre. Let's see, Stephanie will round out your field here as we're going to make our way to the infield there to the BladeNo.com victory lane to catch up with our top 3. We'll be back in just a moment, folks. Welcome back, everybody, to the Full Velocity Racing Network. Here as we're down here on the infield, catching up with our top three. Hopefully, is right now I'm standing down here by our second place runner. That's going to be Tyler Descharme. Boy, Tyler, you know, you almost had it. I mean, the split difference between y'all was .116. Man, I really thought you were going to get it to the line, but just come up a little bit short there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I didn't really think I was gonna be in that position coming off four. With Hayden being second and all, and he just got not the best race run in the world, and I was able to roll the bottom, and I think the bottom was finally starting to come there at the end, and I had been rolling and rolling and rolling it, and I was surprised when we got the white, and I was side by side with him, and I thought if I could hit turn two or turn 3 and 4 good enough in the last lap, I might be able to get him, but I just drifted up and got into his left rear, and it was over from there. Congrats to Blake. He earned it. He ran a good race there. I was a little too free to run the top, and I think that's really what cost me. I lost so much track position early in the race. I had to keep fighting for it back, and I finally got back to second there, and just come up a little bit short. Just hats off to all the Slick Sims guys for all the hard work on this thing, and hopefully next week we can come out and do one better.
Yeah, that's kind of, you're talking about that there falling back. It's kind of what we've seen from a few different guys actually, was falling back and able to, slowly start charging back up to there towards the front. And you were lucky enough to get back up there in the third place there for that final restart. And it looked like maybe a little contact there with the race leader and in second place, and allowed you to, like you said, roll the bottom there. But you definitely had a fast car. I mean, everybody knew you was there all night. So that's one of them things, I guess, where if you keep your nose up there, you'll kind of sneak your way in, or fall yourself into where you belong, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I knew we had a decent car. Just try to keep your nose clean is the biggest thing. There was a couple times I thought I was clear in front of Devin, but I'm just not going to push it because there's no point. If you wreck yourself, you have no chance at the win at the end. So yeah. Overall, I'm glad with second. Happy for Hayden that got third. Slick Sims for 2 cars on the podium. It's good for us. Thought he had a shot there if it stayed green, but you know, um, to still have 2 cars on the podium, that's a good accomplishment for us.
Well, Tyler, I'm going to give you that microphone one last time and let you thank everybody you got to thank there, man.
Yeah. I got to thank Devil's Bowl Speedway, Bruno's Towing, Slick Sim Sport, Swindell Speed Lab, uh, DCI Racing, everyone on the car, Finish Line Designs for the awesome wrap. Um, Shout out to VLR for putting this on. It's so hard. I can't even emphasize how hard it is to win over here. I've been at this for 3 years now over here, and I've won one time, and that was 2 years ago, and I haven't been able to do it since. So, just something about it. There's like a weird like awe around running VLR races that still hasn't gone away to this day. But happy. I'm glad that Blake won. At least we went 1-2 for the Northeast guys, so I'm happy for that.
Well, that's for sure there, and you keep finishing like you are. I'm sure you get another win there. But folks, that's going to be your second place finisher, the number 25 car of Tyler Descharme. As I'm going to walk my way over here down to our third place finisher now, as I think he's cleared tech now. That's the Mr. Hayden Cardwell, and boy, Hayden, there for a while, it looked like you were really just setting sail on the rest of the field, and wasn't anybody going to chase you down. Unfortunately, just a few cautions kind of bunched it back up to you, and they were able to get around you there.
Yeah, car just kind of fell off there about halfway through the race. Just got too tight on me. Made a couple mistakes. Majula slid me there, and I had plenty of time to turn down, but when I went to turn down, I just got my front end got net coated to his rear end. I don't know what's gonna happen to just get them to fix these cars and their net code because it's been terrible. The right front to left rear contact is just awful. So when I get that figured out, maybe we can all race a little closer. But rebounded and had a shot for the win there at the end, but just got net coated on that restart as well.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little bit of contact there, maybe a little bit of internet contact, as I guess we could say. And it's not fortunate part of sim racing sometimes, but most of the time it's pretty good. These cars have been putting on some really good racing, and y'all showed it tonight. I mean, it was interesting to see you come, from falling back there to about sixth or seventh, and slowly charging your way back up there. You definitely had a dominant car tonight.
Yeah, Ducharme did a lot of testing before I got on today, so I just gotta thank him and Knife and for the setup and getting us dialed in. We'll keep at it and try to finish strong for these last 4 weeks, see if we can't get up there in the top 3 in points.
All right, Hayden. Well, I know there's a lot of people on that car that you got to thank, so I'll go ahead and give you the microphone one last time and let you take it away. And thank you got to.
Yeah, just all the guys like Slick and Logan, Tyler, and Dustin for putting in the hard work here lately. If it wasn't for them, we couldn't be here. And just everybody that helps out. You guys for the broadcast, VLR, and anybody that makes this possible. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Right, folks, once again, that's going to be your third place finisher, the number 1 car of Hayden Cardwell. I believe Todd stands down there in the BladeNo.com victory lane with our race winner. Todd, you got him down there with you?
Yeah, down here in BladeNo.com, victory lane with Blake Majulis in that 127 machine here tonight. Blake, a good solid run for you there. That last restart a lot of things had to be going through your mind for that one because, man, those guys are definitely Ducharme right there. Everybody knocking on you, and you just barely eked that out at the start finish line. But I know you didn't want to see that yellow flag the last minute there.
Oh, of course not. It's never a good thing, especially with as big of a lead as we got there. When you have that big of a lead, it's nice when you see 2 to go. And I never get too excited because it's almost predictable to see a yellow with 2 to go. I've seen it so many times, and they made it double file there for the last restart. So I knew if he timed the start, it was going to be hard to beat anybody really. That's if it was double file at least, because that gives the guy an opportunity to get a better start and roll you on the start. And frankly, I was able to hold off there. Ducharme was right there. It really stunk because after a couple laps in a run, I'd really get that line rolling, and I think it just took way too long to get going there. As of short, like 2 laps to go there, and it was hard to hold them off for sure. It was a crazy finish. I think if we had 1 lap to go, it would have been hard to beat them on the bottom there. But good race for sure.
Yeah, definitely a good race. It's good to see the drivers that are from the Northeast region finish 1-2 up here. I know you guys both being up through here, so you guys know what the big blocks are all about. Blake, does it really? I know a lot of guys tuning in from different tracks around because I do put it out to the different tracks here in the Northeast. But does it really? How comparable does it? Do you think it is going and watching it live and driving one of those cars?
Yeah, well, honestly, where I'm from in New York, it's mostly late model racing. So I actually, I got to get away like 3, 4 hours away to watch some of these. I've only watched them a handful of cars, and I'm usually at the track every week. So honestly, I don't get to see them as much as I really like. Um, get to see them in Charlotte a couple years ago, and I feel like they can be pretty racy at times. I think every car is their moment, though.
Well, yeah, you got the late models, you got the big block modifieds. The Northeast is obviously always big block modifieds, where you got the late models down south a little bit further down there. So it's definitely interesting to see that different kind of concept between these 2 different cars being different out there, Blake. And man, another great win here, VLR. These things don't come that easy.
Definitely not. We've had a lot of momentum rolling here. I was struggling in these cars for a while, and as soon as the series picked up, I was starting to pick up some momentum and looking pretty strong. Hopefully, we can have a good next 4 weeks and close it out. But it's going to be tough for sure.
Well, before I let you go there, Blake, I give the microphone one last time. If you think I would like to thank you, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
D1RT Racing, of course, ML Performance, Matt Logan for everything he does, CFM Esports, Swag Design and Media, Design 75, Jeremy Ray for the sweet wrap as always, Showtime Decals and Apparel, Reliable Energy Solutions, CD Cinematography, and 127 Industries.
All right, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, picking down the win here tonight at the Cedar Lake Speedway, driver of the 127. That's Blake Majulis taking down the win here for the Schaeffer's Oil Big Block Modifieds, presented by TeamVLR.com. And hey, what another great race in the books here for this very short season, 6-race season, but 2 races in the books there, Gladhill. You got to see this one, man. How's it feel?
Oh man, I mean, this was just an excellent night of racing all night from the drop of the green flag in the first heat race to the checkered flag all the way in the feature. I mean, you couldn't ask for better racing for sure. These guys put on a well of a show, and it was a pleasure to call it. That's for sure.
And it definitely was a pleasure to call. Like always, hey, make sure you follow us out there. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a, like I said, follow. Star donations, folks. Hey, Also, you can become a supporter anytime here at the Full Velocity Race Network. Lots of great benefits out there. We named them all tonight. You can go back and we'll review all the great benefits that are happening here for the Full Velocity Race Network and our supporters. And again, $50 for a drawing at the end of this month on the 28th. If you are a supporter, every supporter will be eligible for the $50. You got to pay the $4.99 supporter fee though, and you get a chance at $50 here. And man, that's like 10 months of 10 months of being a supporter here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So hey, appreciate everyone for tuning in to the Full Velocity Racing Network over on VLR.com, or I should say TeamVLR.com on the Facebook page, our YouTube, or our Twitch out there. We're going to close out the show here this evening with the Big Block Modifieds. Again, thank you once again to Schaeffer's Oil, Milner Media and Design, all of our great sponsors here for the Full Velocity Racing Network. Thank you so much for partner in crime up here in the booth, Justin Gledhill and Jack Truan, pushing all the controls. I'm Todd Sand signing off, and hey, good night until Sunday.